What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Greybeard back with another Division 2 video, and today, my friends, I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite builds built around the Chameleon AR. This thing is an absolute monster and a ton of fun to use. Now, if you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family, and if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. So one thing I like to mention at the beginning of every build video that I put together is I like to remind you that this is just a template. This is how I like to run with the thing. You may want to do it a little bit differently, different specialization, more armor, more weapon damage. It's really up to you, as the most important thing is really take your time and make a build your own. You can see here I'm on heroic difficulty, having no issue with the NPC whatsoever. Now we're going to cut to the build, but after the build I'll show you a little more gameplay as well as go over a few tips that I like to pass along to new and returning players. Starting off with the specialization, I'm using Gunner because I'm a huge fan of getting that armor on kill. However, this is one of those first areas. You can use Firewall, you can use Technician. Honestly, my friends, it's really up to you. Now moving on to the primary weapon, my friends, it is the Chameleon Exotic AR. This thing is an absolute beast. That is because of its talent, Adaptive Instincts. Hitting 30 headshots grants 20% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage for 45 seconds. Hitting 75 body shots grants 90% weapon damage for 45 seconds. Then hitting 30 leg shots grants 150% reload speed for 45 seconds as well. Now for those of you that may not have this weapon, it is in the general loot pool. It is definitely worth your time for the grind. My secondary is the Dark Winter SMG. I just love this thing as a backup. Don't really use it too much. As far as my handgun goes, I don't really touch that at all. Now onto the build itself. So for this build, I wanted a little more survivability. So I'm going with 2 pieces of Bellstone Armory so I get that armor regen and that extra 10% armor on kill. However, as I mentioned earlier, you can swap those out for 2 different pieces if you want all reds. It's totally up to you. Next, we have the body armor, and I'm using 1 piece of Grupo Sombra, so I get that 15% crit hit damage, and this item also just dropped, completely god-rolled. I love the thing. I wound up switching the talent to Intimidate. I actually swap it out pretty frequently with this item. However, Intimidate is good, Obliterate is also really good as well. Moving on to the holster, it's the 1 piece of Fenris that we have, so we get that assault rifle damage bonus, and pretty much with all these pieces, I'm stacking crit hit chance and crit hit damage. However, at the end of the video, I do want to take a minute and go over a few of those details. For the knee pads, it's the 2nd piece of Bellstone Armory, so we get that 10% armor on kill. I absolutely love that aspect. And finally, with the gloves, I'm using the Contractor's gloves because of the 8% damage to armor, but again, you could use something else, Walker and Harris. It's totally up to you. Finally, my friends, we have our backpack. No surprise here, I'm running with the Memento. In my opinion, it is the best bag to have for a run and gun build because you're getting all of those bonuses. However, if you don't have it, the good news is that it is in the reward track for the seasonal replay that's going on right now. Now again, if you don't have that bag, you can really use any bag that has the talent. I prefer Bloodsucker or Adrenaline Rush because it gives you that bonus armor, and when that's active, it directly coincides with your body armor, which then gives you extra weapon damage. Now as far as the talents go in this build, I'm running with the Crusader Shield in case things get sideways. I just really like using that thing. I also like the Assault Drone because it's a great distraction to NPC and puts out damage as well. So when it comes to my stats, my crit hit chance is at 58% and my crit hit damage is sitting at 120. Now my armor on kill is 255, 873, so that again is about 20% of my armor, so it's a pretty decent amount and really does the job in order to keep me alive. However, having said that, keep in mind you get a great crit hit chance and crit hit damage bonus when you get 30 headshots. My aim kind of sucks, so again, I keep my crit hit chance a little bit high, but if you're really good with your aim, anything over 40-45% is totally fine. And as I start to wrap this video up, I'd like to once again remind you, if you're trying out a new build, go to a mission or control point or whatever it is that you're comfortable with. That way you see how the build responds to you. You can make different tweaks, and again, take your time and really make the build your own. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects in making these build videos is the interaction we have at the channel, so if you have any different ways you'd like to run with this thing, please leave it in the comments section down below, as the main goal is to try to help out as many people as we possibly can. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, as I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Trying to break through!
You're dead, asshole! Sweet galloping cheese! What the hell is going on here? Put these fuckers down!
They're carrying a shield!
Boy!
Gonna go around. You're not going anywhere.
Eat this!
On the move!
No more contacts. All clear.
You just recovered intel that's going to be a whole lot of help to Odessa in the short term, but to all of us in the long run. You also effectively put this hellhole out of commission.